Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to your weekend reading for this weekend of March 27th to the 30th. Time is fluid, Leo. You can resonate to this reading if you have strong Leo in your birth chart. So let's start it off with an angel to see what angel is with you for this weekend, Leo. And your angel is Peaceful Warrior with Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. All right, so this card screams Leo energy because this person is wearing, I guess, like a dress or some type of shirt that has like a lion medallion in the middle here. So this card is your energy, Leo. So Archangel Ariel helps you come in to set healthy boundaries, stand up for yourself or others, and bring peace to chaotic times. Specifically bringing peace to difficult situations. We are in Aries season. Aries rules the planet Mars. Mars is the planet of war. This card literally says peaceful warrior. So there is a beautiful sense of balance and peace coming into an energy around your life that possibly has been causing you a sense of stress and or almost like feeling like you've been fighting with yourself or maybe outwardly disagreeing with another person. Let's see what else you got going on here. We have the moon in Libra with love. Bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. All right. So there definitely has been a certain relationship in your life, moon in Libra, ruling that 7th house of an amplification on a person or relationship that is going to be put back into balance. Now, love is a broad term, right? We can love our friends, we could love our family, but the moon in Libra does highlight a little bit more of that romantic love over anything else. So I feel like if you are a single Leo who is at war with your own heart and kind of like, I want to open up to love, but I have fear, or I want to open up my heart, but I have this type of maybe like trust issue or whatever the case may be, this type of combination of cards, literally just these two cards alone, especially for singles, signify that energy of stop fighting yourself and allow love to come in. So others of you and or, because you could resonate to both of these messages, there is somebody that there's either been like a butting head moment, a misunderstanding, something along those lines that it looks like this weekend is bringing the energy of healing this situation. So there could be like a serious talk that happens this weekend. Let's continuously pull the cards. Your quantum oracle is a cycle of increase. Ooh. So this brings increase in your resources, your abundance, a boost in your health, your finances, things along those lines. So you're moving into a cycle of having more, of having extra. And you also have the energy card number 1 of courage. Yes. This card goes greatly with what I was first saying about single Leos, like really just stopping the war inside of themselves and having that courage to open up, having that courage to make peace, maybe even having that courage to stand your ground and what you believe in. Because I do feel like there could be a talk about something, or maybe you have already had this talk with this person. It could even be like a colleague or a coworker or whatever, but the energy is asking for you to bring, and the energy itself, balance and peace back into a connection. I'm hearing words are spoken. So I keep feeling a message about a conversation, but sometimes when I get it like that, it could be an indication that this conversation just happened. Like either before you watched the reading or maybe within the last like day or two. Some of you, this conversation is still yet to happen, right? We have different people on this channel that are not only Leo suns. And I feel like with readings, I feel like moon signs reach the energy of the message at a different time than sun signs do. Now, does it have to be within hours or days? No, but I definitely do feel like I'm getting a timing thing because I can hear in my mind that some of you had to stand your ground already for something. And there's going to be movement towards you continuously doing so. But I get this thing. Let me just pull the cards. I'm always trying to like channel and figure things out like before. And then I start repeating myself throughout the reading. Hold on. The overall energy is giving and receiving. The Six of Pentacles. Perfect. This is exactly the card. Not that I was looking to receive, but it does go with what I was about to say. I feel like there's this energy around this conversation here, but there is this vibration around somebody meaning what they say. You can say, or somebody can say a whole lot of stuff. I could say anything, but to actually follow through in what I say would be more physical energy. So I'm glad that your overall energy is Six of Pentacles. So I feel like you had a conversation with somebody, or you're about to have a conversation with somebody, and it's not just only about the conversation. It's about what this person is going to do afterwards. How is this person going to take what I said in this conversation or what they said in the conversation, and will I actually see it? So somebody or something is going on here where somebody is like speaking better words, but you look like you're in a position of trying to see that there's actually a follow through of the words that are being spoken. So let's see. On the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords. There it is. There's that new communication. There is that conversation. So you are in the process of standing your ground towards something, someone specifically here. Six of Pentacles would give me a work scenario, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be just a connection. But I feel like you're really in the position of, okay, you said these things, but let's see the follow through of it. What's coming your way? Two of Pentacles. So you do look still a little bit uncertain here. Your influence is the Page of Wands. What's unexpected is the Star. So it could be unexpected that this conversation goes better than you thought, or that this person actually does show you the things that they said. Your advice is the Six of Swords. There's that movement. Yeah, there's definitely some type of like healing here. And your outcome is the Page of Swords. There it is. So the Page of Swords would be the page that is learning. They're curious. They're doing their research. They're observing. And the fact that this is your outcome, it goes so well with your overall energy. Because you're curious. You're like, all right, this person said this person said that. Let's see them follow through with their words. So you look like you're in a position of seeing a follow through. The Star is here in your unexpected position, so you could be very surprised that there is a follow through towards it. Now, I do also feel like there could be some type of energy inside of you that you are healing, right? Finding balance in your own energy, giving and receiving the Six of Pentacles. In the regular tarot, this card does have a scale on it. You have the Moon in Libra with the Libra scales coming through. So a lot of things are trying to be rebalanced in your energy here. Two of Pentacles of what's coming your way. There it is. Justice. There's the scales again. Somebody could be slightly apologetic towards you around this time as well. The Justice card could indicate apologies. Two of Wands and the Four of Swords. Yeah, so there's definitely something going on here where there is either like a compromise or some type of conversation that could revolve around having closure towards something. But it looks like there is just like, we'll wait and see. You had the courage to speak up. You have the courage to speak your mind. But now you're kind of like, all right, well, let's see what comes from me doing that. Very specific reading. Page of Wands and your influence. This is you having the courage to speak up. This is you having the courage to say, hey, I didn't like this, or I actually did like this. Let's do more of this. This could also be you having the courage to open your heart, Page of Wands with the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. Yeah. So you speaking up here is going to move the energy. What's that quote? Fortune favors the brave. This does require some bravery or some courage out of you for sure. The Eight of Wands is my conversation card, and it isn't your influence. So that shows me that you're the one that wants to have this conversation. You're the one that wants to speak your mind, stand your ground, whatever the case may be. As you should, especially with this energy. The Star. With your unexpected energy, it could be surprising that somebody wants to heal. Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. So although this conversation is going to bring you wish fulfillment, I do feel like you're going to hear from this person what you want to hear. But I feel like there's that part of you where it's like, okay, is this person just telling me what I want to hear? Or are they actually going to follow through? And that's that Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, where it says, all right, I'm going to be patient with the follow through, but I'm still not going to fully let down my guard for just somebody saying words. Interesting. We are in the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And I honestly don't really pay attention to Mercury retrograde that much. But this Mercury retrograde we just had, it was very obvious that we were in a Mercury retrograde. So I feel like there could be certain things that happen during Pisces season that are getting talked about now. On the Six of Swords with your advice that advise energy to heal and to move forward, with the Six of Cups, bringing love back into the situation, and the Hierophant, trusting in learning as you go through the process. All right, and your outcome, Page of Swords, curious about what this is and how it's going to play out after this conversation with the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Tower, okay, and the Sun. I like the Tower and the Sun connected to each other. The Ace of Pentacles. Whoa, hello. So it seems like you are actually when you have a conversation about something, do you see the follow through within the 24 hours? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, now it's seeing your outcome looks like, this could be a resurfacing thing that happens in the future, or a resurfacing thing that happens towards a specific type of energy. So I'll give you an example of what this outcome combination looks like. So, for example, say this conversation is about with a coworker and you just finished a project. And this project will come back up again, maybe, I don't know, in the fall. But you just had the project and now you guys feel the need to talk about it. Some of you, the follow through of this energy isn't happening right away because there is a specific timeline for the resurfacing of the energy. So for example, say there's a project going on. It happens in the winter and it happens in the fall. So you're not necessarily 100% sure if there's going to be a follow through from what this person's saying right now in winter into spring, because the energy doesn't come back until the fall. Now, for all of you, is that the gist of it? No. But I do feel like it's not just like a 24-hour thing and being like, okay, we just talked about it. Let's see this person has changed. Let's see if they took what we said. I feel like it's going to take a couple, days or weeks or months. And that's where it kind of looks like in your outcome. Like it doesn't look like it's happening right away, but when it does happen, Ace of Pentacles, it will feel grounded and stable. Now, I do feel like you speaking up towards something could bring you some type of abundance here. Could be very surprising as well. That could give me the example of speaking up saying, I deserve a raise. I deserve more love. I deserve commitment. I deserve stability. And as you sit in that energy of knowing what you deserve and having the courage to speak up for it, you move into the cycle of increase. So this reading is very interconnected. with other areas of your life, I feel like as well, whether it is that obvious to you right now or not, but your overall energy is definitely about a conversation that needs to happen, or it needed to happen. But now the energy movement looks like the follow through of the words that were said. So Leo, congratulations, because it looks like you are speaking up and expressing yourself in a way that could involve you needing to have courage and bravery. And sometimes people don't do that and they block their throat chakra and they never express what they want. And then it manifests inside of themselves as something. So let's see, in terms of zodiac signs in your spread that could be around you or in your chart, you have Leo, you have Scorpio, you have Aquarius, Taurus, Libra. Your ending oracle from the star seeds is Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. All right. So some of you may actually be feeling the need to reground yourself in nature, especially once you have a release or actually finally say or do something that you've been wanting to say or do. Reconnecting to that grounded sense of energy is very important. So let's see. Earth's pulsing. A mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. The planet itself has a rhythm. You could see it in the seasons and the tides. Thank you. I'm like, why do I feel like there's something about seasons here? Okay, thank you. In our world of artificial lighting, working long hours, and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Earth pulsing is my favorite tool for surrendering to the rhythmic pulse of the mother and the entire universe. Today, many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way, a severing happened. A moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported and as if we don't belong. We look to other people in the external world to fill the void of connection, holding and belonging once given to us by the earth. Taking, clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive us fully as the mother once did. Forgetting that she's still here, waiting for us to remember and activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her sweet waters and release what no longer serves us. Stagnant energy is ready to fall away, and you become connected to all things on the planet. There is a portal opening up when you receive this card. Yeah, and the portal of peace. And that makes so much sense too, is why you have Earth pulsing. That shows me with this ending oracle that whatever this conversation is about, prior to having this conversation, it was making you feel disconnected. It was making you feel all over the place. It was making you feel almost, you know, when you have those times where you experience a situation and then after the situation, it like almost feels like that experience is so far away in time, even though it just happened. Like almost like you were hypnotized during the experience. And then you finally snap out of it and you realize like, wait a minute, I was feeling disrespected. This was imbalance. I felt like this. I felt like that. Hold on, a talk about this needs to happen. It's almost like you're snapping out of a hypnosis here that was causing some type of disconnect. And you're now ready to reconnect. And your energy can finally just like chill in a way where you're like aware of it. So that's interesting. So that's what I have here for you, Leo, for the weekend. Thank you for being here and for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you get alerts of new readings from your channel. And I'll see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leos. Have a good one. Bye now.